The suicide note Michael Jackson should have written. Dear Mama, blame this on he who is my Geppetto. He made me this way. Never hesitating to remind me of just how many strings he had to pull to get me this far. Pinocchio's one wish was my entire autobiography. My father's love always came with strings attached. I too was a puppet, forced to wear identity crisis as a second skin, told that flesh and bone were too much to ask of God. So every time I lied, biggest mistake was thinking that my life would turn out exactly like my video for Thriller. Who knew that real demons would be so difficult to choreograph? Mama, do you know what it feels like to have the world sucker punched into you when you aren't looking? It feels like I should have called myself king much earlier. My father's been crowning me since I was 5. Fear has become a song I am too scared to sing. Loneliness has reduced me to a myth, trying desperately to pronounce itself human. I'm a dancing machine with a short circuit, poster child for what happens when they run out of superlatives for you too early. So famous that everyone knows who I am except me. Mama, you never told me that the most beautiful parts of me were the ones that couldn't be surgically reconstructed. Now I am so plastic, Tupperware sends me fan mail. You always told me that I was way too serious. I only used that bleach to show you that I could lighten up. Mama, they used to follow me religiously like my concerts were a chance to see Christ's second coming firsthand. But besides the fact that we both have fucked up fathers named Joseph, I don't see any similarities. Compared to me, Christ had it easy. He was never asked to moonwalk on water, had the good fortune of being an only child, and he was only crucified once. Mama, I am only writing this because my father is more likely to show up at my funeral than on my autopsy, and the truth will be a tougher pill to swallow than the ones they will find in my stomach. The angels will dust my soul for fingerprints and find evidence of your silence. Why does my last breath have to be your first clue? Did you know that every time I sang, I want you back, I was referring to my childhood? Mama, please tell the police that my innocence is still being held hostage in a basement somewhere in Gary, Indiana, and all the money I made will never be enough to pay my father's ransom demands. Mama, I'm sorry for being so hell-bent on heaven, but I would rather leave here as your son than stay as his puppet, and death is the only thing scissor enough to cut these damn strings.